At number 66 on the Iconic 100 countdown is the 1948 Leaf Satchel Paige. And here to talk with us about it today is Nate at In Cardboard Veritas from Instagram. Nate, what do you think about where we have the Satchel Paige at number 66?
You know, Adam, I wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher than that. I'm glad to see it prominently on the list. But if anything, I'd probably put it a little bit higher. It is truly one of the gems of post-war vintage collecting, no doubt about it. It's got, you know, some unique qualities in terms of being both extremely rare and very highly in demand. You know, I think very often you see one or the other of those characteristics, but this one really hits both pretty firmly. It's from the 1948 Leaf set, where there were a number of short prints, which are all quite rare. In each case, PSA is graded under 200 of most of them, and that's true with the Satchel Paige as well. I think the population there overall with PSA is about 180, which is, you know, really a very, very small number for a post-war card. And Satchel, with the prominence that he brings, you know, with his place in history and his collectability, you know, is a very in-demand player. He only has really three sort of full, you know, regular issue cards with the 48 Leaf, the 49 Bowman, and 53 Topps. So there's not a lot of him to collect. This is, you know, his rookie card. It's a great looking card. It's from a very collectible set. It's very scarce, and it's very much in demand. So it has a lot going for it.
I feel like we could turn the camera off after that. That was an awesome summation. The thing that you highlighted, the fact that it's from 48 Leaf, and again, this isn't the only 48 Leaf card on the set. There are some cards that Ted Williams comes to mind, where the people who were ranking this actually ranked that as his most iconic card. And I think those of us who've been collecting for a long time would say, well, how can you put that as number one? He's got, you know, a rookie card that's better known or whatever else. The thing about the 48 Leaf set is it's just one of the best looking sets ever made, and it's an iconic set. It's one of the most iconic vintage sets. Add to it, as you just described very well, how rare the card is and how historically significant Paige is. And you have really this card that we've seen over the course of the last 5 or 10 years especially has grown immensely. And that's because I think people want to find this combination of rarity and vintage. We see a lot of well-known things today, things that came out in the 2000s that are rare and important. Don't see that so much in 1948.
Yeah. No, absolutely right. Yep. Yeah, you have to go really way back into the vintage baseball card catalog to generally define that type of scarcity, right? And so, yeah, to find it in 1948 is pretty special. And then, you know, with a player, and you have Jackie Robinson's rookie in that set, you know, which is another very highly collectible post-war card. And you know, Paige, obviously, you know, really instrumental figure in the game. One person many people consider to be the best pitcher ever to play. You know, a lot of it is conjecture because we didn't get to see him in the major leagues. He only came in at the age of 42. I think it was in 1947 or 48 that he finally came in. So, you know, way at the tail end of his career, he still pitched very, very well in the major leagues. But, you know, Jackie is obviously the person that integrated baseball, but Paige had a huge role in that as well, and really popularizing the Negro leagues and, you know, bringing a lot of prominence to, you know, to that part of baseball and pushing, you know, the envelope quite a bit forward in terms of allowing integration to ultimately happen.
You just highlighted something that I've heard some really smart people talk about, which is that I feel like Satchel Paige sort of gets the short end of the stick in terms of how important he was, you know, into integration. And you know, I don't want to say that Jackie Robinson's been giving too much credit, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But it does feel a little bit like some really smart people believe that maybe Satchel Paige should have his story told more, and maybe we should focus a little bit more on who he's been. You know, you combine that with, again, 1948 Leaf, that really iconic, beautiful image, And I personally look at where it is here on the list at number 66, you know, coming in ahead of the Sandy Koufax rookie card, coming in ahead of the Dan Marino rookie card and the 38 Gaudy Joe DiMaggio. I mean, we're talking about like an area now in terms of like how recognizable and iconic the card is. It is iconic and it is recognizable. Nate, I'm so grateful that you were able to come on here today and to join us again for number 66, the 1948 Leaf Satchel Paige. Tomorrow, I will be back with another guest, same time, same place. And until tomorrow, happy collecting.